Rejection. Just hearing the word can stir up bitter memories for many people. But what if I told you that rejection isn't an end, but rather the beginning of a journey of self-transformation? For the ancient Stoics, rejection wasn't something to fear, but an opportunity for personal growth and mental clarity. Like a stone polished over time, every no we receive can make us stronger and wiser. Drawing inspiration from Marcus Aurelius, we're about to explore 13 powerful lessons that can turn rejection into a stepping stone toward personal fulfillment. Picture an artist who, after countless gallery rejections, decides to host their own exhibition in a local park. Their initiative not only attracts curious onlookers, but also launches them into success. This demonstrates the power of rejection. It pushes us to innovate, find new strategies, and uncover potentials we didn't even know we had. And that's precisely what we'll learn here: how to use rejection to our advantage. Stoic philosophy teaches us to view challenges from a different perspective. It's not about avoiding discomfort, but embracing it and transforming it into fuel for personal growth. When we understand that rejection doesn't define our worth, but rather redirects our path, we gain unparalleled freedom. Stoicism provides practical tools to face adversity with mental clarity and self-awareness. In this guide, we'll follow steps inspired by Stoic lessons that will not only teach you how to handle rejection, but also how to use it to transform your life. It's a path of self-discipline and motivation, where every obstacle becomes a bridge to continuous improvement and self-transformation. And the best part? You won't be alone on this journey. These lessons have been tested and embraced by some of history's greatest thinkers. Are you ready? The first lesson begins now, and prepare yourself. It will challenge the way you think. But before we dive in, take a moment. Take a deep breath and prepare your mind. Rejection will no longer be an enemy, but your greatest ally on the path to personal growth. Rejection can be a stepping stone to personal growth. Rejection isn't the end of the road. It's actually the start of something new. For the Stoics, every obstacle holds a hidden lesson waiting to be uncovered by those willing to learn. Being rejected may bruise the ego, but it's also an invitation to reflect on our choices, actions, and personal values. It's a chance to ask ourselves, what can this teach me? At its core, Stoicism views rejection as a tool for personal growth, not a punishment. Personal development begins when we accept that rejection doesn't define us, but instead challenges us. Maybe the job you didn't get was assigned to pursue something more aligned with your values. Or perhaps the relationship that ended created space for a more authentic connection. When we examine rejection through the lens of self-awareness and mindfulness, we discover that it helps us recalibrate our path. By adopting a growth mindset, we learn to turn every rejection into an opportunity for continuous improvement. How about transforming the pain of rejection into motivation? For example, if you're turned down for a job, you can invest in courses or resources that expand your skills. Remember, rejection is a redirection, not a sentence. Each obstacle offers a chance to redefine positive habits, build self-discipline, and even reshape our worldview. When we pay close attention, we realize that rejection is simply a step on the ladder of personal growth. Marcus Aurelius's philosophy encourages us to approach rejection with curiosity and an open mind. He taught that it's not the events themselves that affect us, but how we choose to respond to them. In his meditations, he often reflected on how every obstacle was an opportunity to practice virtues like patience, self-control, and resilience. This video invites you to apply 13 powerful Stoic lessons to turn each rejection into a springboard for a more meaningful life. Stoic wisdom teaches us that instead of resisting rejection, we should use it to fuel our self-transformation. Imagine a young athlete who wasn't chosen for the basketball team. They could give up, but instead, they train harder, improve their skills, and become a better player. In this case, rejection is what sparked their journey of personal triumph. Just like the athlete, each of us can use a no as an opportunity for growth. Practically speaking, rejection can be seen as a recalibration. Maybe that closed door saved you from walking a path that wasn't right for you. Perhaps it pushed you toward a direction you'd never have considered otherwise. For instance, if you were turned down for a job, it might be time to reflect, am I really pursuing what I love? What else can I do to achieve my goals? Tools like journaling or mindfulness practices can bring clarity in these moments. Stoic philosophy also encourages us to ask, what's within my control? We can't control others' actions or opinions, but we can control our reactions. Every rejection can serve as a powerful reminder that we are solely responsible for our growth. It's not about proving anything to others, but about developing positive habits and a growth mindset that strengthens us internally. Get ready to dive deeper into these lessons. They'll not only challenge your way of thinking, but also unlock practical strategies you can apply in your daily life. And the first one is crucial: ignoring those who try to bring you down. Are you ready to discover how? The next lesson will show you the way. Lesson 1. Ignore them. Ignoring those who reject you is an act of strength, not weakness. When you choose not to engage with people who try to devalue you, you send a clear message. My energy is too valuable to waste on anyone who doesn't recognize my worth. This doesn't mean rejection doesn't hurt, but it does mean you won't let it dictate how you feel or act. Imagine this: someone underestimates your abilities or deliberately dismisses you. What happens if you retaliate? You end up feeding the very negativity you're trying to avoid. However, when you focus on what truly matters, your growth, peace, and goals, those voices lose their power. You reduce them to insignificance without even lifting a finger. The practice of ignoring begins with deciding where to place your attention. Why not start by eliminating anything that doesn't add value to your life? If a conversation or interaction brings more stress than insight, walk away. If a critique isn't constructive, let it go. This isn't about being insensitive, it's about being strategic. Your energy must align with what helps you grow. By ignoring, you create an inner space where only what truly matters is allowed in. This doesn't mean shutting out the world, but instead choosing wisely what deserves your attention. Ask yourself, does this person or situation contribute to my growth, or is it holding me back? If the answer is negative, the next step is clear. Move forward and focus on your journey, but ignoring isn't enough if, deep down, you're still clinging to rejection. The next lesson will teach you how to process the emotions that come with it and maintain your calm, even when it feels like the world is against you. Ready for the next challenge? Lesson 2. Don't react emotionally. Staying calm in the face of rejection is a true act of inner strength. Emotions are a natural response, but reacting impulsively can turn a small no into a massive hurdle. Stoic philosophy teaches us to reflect before we react. Why does this bother me so much? What's the real impact of this situation? When you take a deep breath and choose reason over emotion, you take control. Picture this. You're in a heated argument, and someone says something deeply hurtful. It's tempting to snap back, but what would that really accomplish? Instead, take a moment to think. Ask yourself, does this person or situation deserve my energy? That small pause is all it takes to transform an emotional reaction into a thoughtful and powerful response. A helpful strategy is training your mind to focus on what's within your control. You can't change someone else's actions, but you can change how you interpret and respond to them. If your idea is rejected, use it as an opportunity to refine it. If you're denied something, let it motivate you to explore alternatives. Rejection should never be a wall. It should be a springboard for personal growth. When you don't react emotionally, you demonstrate self-discipline and self-awareness. Others will notice your composure, and that subtly inspires respect. It shows that you're not at the mercy of emotions or the actions of others. Emotional control isn't just a virtue. It's a life strategy that preserves your energy for what truly matters. Now that you understand the importance of staying calm, the next step is removing the impact of rejection from your mind. How can you let go of the weight without carrying it with you? Lesson 3. Remove them from your mind. Letting rejection occupy space in your mind is like carrying a heavy backpack down a long road. Every thought about what happened or what could have been adds another stone to your burden. Stoic wisdom teaches us to let go of this weight and move forward. Rejection may knock on your door, but you decide whether it stays. The first step to removing it from your mind is acknowledging what happened without holding on to it. Dwelling on the past doesn't change it. It only drains your energy. Imagine standing before a messy table. You can either complain about the chaos or start tidying up. Clearing your mind works the same way. Choose what stays and discard what doesn't serve you. A simple practice is redirecting your focus. Whenever thoughts about rejection creep in, replace them with actions that bring you closer to your goals. Are you upset about rejection in a relationship or job? Use this moment to learn something new or invest in something you've always wanted to pursue. Small, practical actions can have a powerful effect on your confidence. Remember, dwelling on rejection doesn't bring justice or results. All it does is trap you in a cycle of self-doubt. Instead, transform the experience into fuel. Focus on developing self-discipline, building positive habits, and strengthening your growth mindset. What someone failed to see in you isn't a reflection of your worth, it's a limitation of their perspective. Now that you've learned how to let go of rejection, the next step is using it as an opportunity to showcase your value, not with words, but with actions that speak for themselves. Lesson 4. Demonstrate your value. Demonstrating your value isn't about proving something to those who rejected you. It's about reaffirming to yourself what you're capable of. Rejection can hurt, but it's also a call to action, a chance to show through your efforts that you have something unique to offer. After all, words can be ignored, but results speak for themselves. When faced with rejection, ask yourself, what can I do now to grow from this experience? If someone didn't recognize your skills, use that as motivation to enhance them. For instance, if you weren't chosen for a position you wanted, invest in developing skills that make you indispensable for the next opportunity. Become the person no one can overlook. Focusing on demonstrating your value shifts your energy from dwelling on rejection to taking action. Imagine someone passed over for an important project. Instead of remaining stuck, they tackle another challenge with dedication and excellence. The results stand out, and those who once overlooked them begin to take notice. This isn't revenge. It's personal growth in action. The key to demonstrating your value is consistency. It's not about one grand gesture, but a series of small, deliberate actions that build a solid reputation. If you want to be seen as reliable, start by honoring even the smallest promises you make. If you want to be recognized for your competence, commit to projects that clearly showcase your abilities. One crucial detail: while demonstrating your value, focus on what's important to you, not what others expect. When your actions align with your personal values, their impact is far more powerful and authentic. And this brings us to the next lesson: knowing when to cut ties with those who don't contribute to your growth. Lesson 5. Cut off contact. Cutting off contact isn't about holding a grudge, it's about preserving your emotional energy. There are people and situations that drain more than they give. Sometimes rejection comes from places that lack respect, reciprocity, or support. Holding on to those connections only prolongs the discomfort and stunts your personal growth. Learning to walk away is an act of self-care and wisdom. Imagine someone who constantly belittles your achievements or makes you feel inadequate. Staying in that dynamic is like trying to swim with weights tied to your ankles. By cutting off contact, you remove those weights and allow yourself to swim freely toward your goals. This isn't selfishness, it's prioritizing continuous improvement and mental clarity. The practice of cutting contact starts with honest evaluation. Ask yourself, is this person or situation helping me grow, or is it holding me back? If the answer is negative, it's time to take action. This might mean muting messages, avoiding unnecessary interactions, or even taking a break from social media. The key is to create space where you can focus on your transformation. When you take this step, you'll notice an immediate positive impact. Your mind feels lighter, your emotions more balanced, and your focus sharper. With this renewed balance, you'll have more energy to invest in positive habits and life strategies that truly make a difference. It's like tending to a garden. Removing the weeds allows better things to bloom. Cutting contact doesn't mean closing doors forever. It's a pause to reassess priorities and redefine boundaries. With those boundaries set, the next lesson will teach you how to use rejection as fuel to exceed expectations and prove, most importantly to yourself, that you're capable of extraordinary things. Lesson 6. Prove them wrong. Exceeding the expectations of those who rejected you is one of the most rewarding ways to demonstrate your strength and determination. It's not about seeking external validation, but about using rejection as fuel to grow and evolve. Every "you're not capable" can transform into a powerful "watch what I can do." Rejection stops being a setback and becomes the spark for your excellence. When someone says you can't achieve something, you have two choices: accept their narrative or create your own. Think of it as a quiet challenge. Work in silence, study, practice, and improve. When the results come, they will speak for themselves. This isn't about revenge, it's about personal triumph. It's about proving to yourself that you're bigger than any obstacle. Start by choosing an area in your life where you were underestimated. It could be at work, in a relationship, or something you want to achieve for yourself. Now, set specific, tangible goals to work toward. Commit to daily actions that bring you closer to that goal, whether it's learning, practicing, or even adjusting your routine to include habits that build discipline. The impact goes far beyond just proving others wrong. By developing your skills, you strengthen your self-confidence and growth mindset. Every small win becomes a stepping stone toward personal fulfillment. And when you achieve what others deemed impossible, you realize that the true power was always within you. What comes next? When you break barriers, it's essential to celebrate and allow yourself moments of joy. After all, the journey isn't just about the destination, it's also about enjoying the process. The next lesson will show you how to balance growth with joy, reconnecting with life's lighter side. Ready for a fresh perspective? Lesson 7. Go out and have fun. Overcoming rejection isn't just about working hard, it's also about remembering to live. Life isn't solely about achievements, it's about the experiences that bring genuine joy. When you take time to enjoy yourself, you reclaim an essential part of who you are, the part that rejections and obstacles can't touch. It's a way to recharge your emotional energy and reconnect with your true self. Picture the impact of a simple moment: a walk outdoors, a light-hearted conversation with friends, or an evening dancing without a care. These small acts have the power to refresh your mind and strengthen your motivation. Having fun isn't a waste of time, it's a strategy to maintain balance and feed your mind with new perspectives. Stepping outside your routine doesn't mean abandoning your goals. Instead, it creates space for creativity and resilience. For example, if rejection feels heavy, try something new, a hobby, a class, or even a short trip. These out-of-the-ordinary experiences can spark insights that transform how you approach challenges. Allowing yourself to enjoy life brings a magical shift. Your energy changes, your confidence is renewed, and you attract people and opportunities that reflect this lightness. What's even more interesting? Those who rejected you may begin to notice your evolution, even though you're not doing it for them. Real change happens from the inside out. With this renewed mindset, it's time to focus on strengthening your connections and building a meaningful presence. After all, fun and personal growth go hand in hand. The next lesson will show you how to elevate your social standing authentically and effectively. Lesson 8. Build your social status. Building your social status isn't about showing off or pleasing everyone. It's about developing a presence that naturally inspires respect and admiration. When you invest in yourself, people start to notice, not because of what you say, but because of what you demonstrate through your actions and attitude. A strong reputation is built on consistency, solid values, and genuine contributions. Think about the value of investing in relationships that offer mutual growth. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better, who recognize your potential, and who encourage your growth. Forge authentic connections based on shared experiences rather than superficial interests. The more you dedicate yourself to this, the more you'll strengthen your social network in a meaningful way. A practical way to elevate your presence is to engage in impactful activities. Attend events, join groups, or take part in community projects where you can both contribute and learn. For instance, sharing knowledge, leading an initiative, or simply being a dependable presence in your social circle are all ways to showcase your value. Small actions, like being punctual and keeping promises, build a strong and reliable image. True status isn't measured by what you have, but by the impact you create. When you act with integrity and commit to personal growth, it shows. People are naturally drawn to those who exhibit self-confidence, mental clarity, and focus on their goals. Your personal productivity and motivation become visible and make you a role model. One thing is certain: as you grow socially, rejection loses even more of its power over you. In the next step of this journey, you'll learn how to act as if those negative people or situations simply don't exist. A powerful secret for preserving your peace and moving forward with dignity. Lesson 9. Act as if they don't exist. Acting as if those who rejected you don't exist is one of the greatest acts of personal liberation. This isn't about ignorance or arrogance. It's about respecting yourself enough not to waste your energy on what doesn't contribute to your growth. When you choose to move forward without carrying the weight of rejection, you prioritize your peace and emotional well-being. Imagine walking into a place where you once felt excluded, but now you no longer care about the opinions of those present. It's a stance that radiates confidence and strength. You don't need to say anything. Your attitude says it all. You're not acting to impress anyone, but to live fully in alignment with your personal values. To apply this, focus your energy on those who support and uplift you. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your successes and share your goals. Minimize the time and attention given to individuals or situations that don't elevate you. It's a conscious choice to prioritize positivity and mental clarity. The secret is understanding that you owe nothing to those who rejected you. You don't need to prove anything, justify yourself, or seek approval. Your journey is about your personal growth and building a life that reflects who you truly are. In this context, rejection becomes nothing more than insignificant noise that you've chosen to tune out. By acting this way, you create a natural barrier against negativity, making room for what truly matters. Moving forward with this mindset, the next lesson will teach you how to use silence as an even more powerful tool. Ready for the next step? Lesson 10. Give them the silent treatment. Silence is a powerful response, perhaps the most impactful of all. When you choose not to react, argue, or give attention, you position yourself in a way that exudes strength, self-control, and maturity. Those who reject you often expect a reaction, but by choosing silence, you strip them of any power over your emotions. Silence isn't absence, it's strategy. It allows you to reflect and act wisely rather than respond impulsively. Imagine someone persistently provoking or devaluing your actions. Engaging would only fuel the conflict, but silence breaks the cycle. You prioritize your peace and focus on what truly matters, your personal growth and mindset for success. Practicing silence is also a way to respect yourself. Instead of wasting energy trying to change others' perceptions, channel it into becoming a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Use silence to plan, work toward your goals, and progress. While they talk, you grow. In the end, your achievements will speak louder than any words. However, silence isn't passivity. It requires discipline and mental clarity. It's an active choice not to engage in drama or situations that don't add value to your life. When faced with rejection or unnecessary criticism, pause, take a deep breath and ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Most of the time the answer is no. By mastering the power of silence, you protect your dignity and stay focused on what truly matters. Lesson 11. Don't beg for attention. Begging for attention is surrendering your power to those who don't deserve it. When you seek recognition desperately, you lose something precious: self-respect. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our self-esteem should never hinge on others' approval, but on living in alignment with our values and purpose. Seeking attention sends the wrong message. I need you to feel complete. But the truth is, your fulfillment should come from within. Instead of chasing those who fail to see your worth, focus on building a life so full and meaningful that your presence becomes naturally admirable. Authentic people are drawn to authenticity, not desperation. How can you avoid this trap? Start by redirecting your energy to what truly matters. Work on projects that make you proud, invest in skills that empower you, and nurture relationships based on mutual respect. When you focus on personal growth and creating a life that inspires you, the need for external validation fades. Remember, those who truly care don't need to be convinced of your worth. They see it, feel it, and acknowledge it without you needing to ask. And those who don't see it aren't worth your attention. This isn't indifference, it's being selective about who and what you let into your life. Now that you know how to protect your dignity and self-worth, the next step is learning how to be kind while maintaining emotional boundaries, safeguarding your peace without compromising your humanity. Lesson 12. Be kind but emotionally distant. Being kind yet emotionally distant is an art that blends compassion with self-protection. Kindness is a choice, not a weakness. However, allowing others' emotions to invade your peace is too high a price to pay. Stoic philosophy teaches that you can act with kindness without sacrificing your emotional stability. When someone rejects or disrespects you, responding with kindness shows your inner strength. It's not about pleasing everyone, but about preserving your integrity. However, setting boundaries is crucial. This means being polite but not available for interactions that drain your energy or distract you from your goals. Start by learning to say no, respectfully but firmly. For instance, if someone who once rejected you tries to reconnect out of convenience, you can remain cordial without giving them access to your life again. This isn't coldness, it's a conscious choice to prioritize your peace and personal growth. Being emotionally distant doesn't mean being insensitive. You can listen and help when necessary, but without absorbing others' problems or emotions. Maintaining this balance protects your mental clarity and keeps you focused on your journey of self-transformation. Emotional distance is a healthy barrier that preserves your energy for what truly matters. What comes next? Learning to keep your struggles private, sharing them only with those who genuinely support you. Lesson 13. Don't reveal your struggles. Keeping your struggles private is a powerful way to protect your energy and dignity. Not everyone deserves to know about your difficulties because not everyone genuinely supports your success. Stoic philosophy teaches us to face challenges internally with calmness and resilience while confidently continuing our path. Revealing your battles to the wrong people can be like showing your vulnerabilities to an adversary. Choosing to keep them private doesn't mean hiding who you are. It means preserving the strength you need to overcome challenges. This isn't isolation, but being selective about who you share your deepest thoughts and emotions with. Practically, this means identifying those who offer genuine support and avoiding opening up to those who've rejected or underestimated you. Seek safe spaces like trusted friends or communities with shared values while keeping your vulnerabilities away from critical eyes. Focus on progress, not problems. Use your time and energy to find solutions, strengthen your discipline, and build a growth mindset. Instead of exposing your struggles, let your results speak for you. Overcoming challenges quietly creates a more profound impact on yourself and those observing your journey. Rejection isn't the end, it's a new beginning. Every no you've faced in life has been an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. The lessons we've explored here show that true power lies in how you choose to respond. Ignoring, staying calm, cutting off contact, demonstrating value. Each step brings you closer to the best version of yourself. Now the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let rejection define you, or will you use it as fuel for transformation? Remember, the power is in your hands. You are capable of overcoming any obstacle and building a life full of purpose and fulfillment. Let me know, which of these lessons resonated with you the most? Which one are you ready to apply right now? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this conversation going. Your story might inspire others, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning practical strategies that turn rejection into growth. Together, let's create a journey of resilience and success. See you in the next video.